welcome to We Think We Know, where we're 20-year-old mentalities try to solve world hunger issues. So
we think.
So my name is, for the people that don't know me, Alejandro Garcia.
I'm Jeremy.
And the reason we started this podcast is because we saw a lot of people trying to go to like an audio type of space where people want to listen to something in their cars. They don't want to listen to music, so you want to get a little bit of educated, I guess. But I mean, I don't think we're the type of people to educate you on much, but we're gonna try our best.
We think you know.
Exactly.
Do you watch Game of Thrones?
Actually, not gonna lie, I don't. But no. I was talking to.
I gotta start this right now. Everyone on the internet was like Game of Thrones, Game of Thrones, Game of Thrones.
Everybody's been into it, and I think wasn't it like a month ago where I think it was like this big thing where if you start watching the first episode, you can actually catch up to where the episodes are now. I didn't get up on that, but yesterday my landlord messaged me. He's like, I asked him,
"Yo, your landlord?
Huh?
Your landlord messages?
Yeah. Sure, that's the. I mean, I hope people have like a relationship with the landlord like that. But there was an issue with whatever a blind, and I'm like, bro, do you have a blind that we had on the window? Yeah. And I texted him asking him if he had anything to like fix it, and he's like, "Oh, can this wait till tomorrow?" And I'm like, "Sure." He usually gets like really fast, so I'm like, "Oh, what's going on? Is he okay? Is he just exhausted?" He's like, "I'm actually just waiting for the episode to come out." I'm like, "No fucking way!" I died. This man is like I think 40 years old. He looks like he's like 30. He got a beautiful home, whatever. And out of nowhere, he just comes out. I'm just waiting for the Game of Thrones episode to come out. But, yeah.
I want to get into it, but
I've heard that it's a lot of sex.
Yeah, I think the first episode I saw was like that. So I'm like, okay, I don't think this is something I can watch with my parents around in the room. Anyways.
But what's the hype around it? I don't get why.
I don't know too.
Have you watched it?
No, no.
Then why are we even having this conversation?
Because it's all over social media. It's like the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I mean,
so hype. But like Game of Thrones has been released for how long now?
It's been a while. It's been a while for sure.
Your thoughts on Old Town Road or?
It's Old Town Road.
I thought it was Old Time Road.
No. It's Old Town Road. And my thoughts on it is Gary Vee actually talked about.
I think they did too. Ago. I think I saw that video.
He didn't talk to him though. He just said I think country and rap. Like he said something.
He said something about country rap and EDM.
Yeah. Like they should be like there should be like a mold somewhere, and that's gonna like break the.
And
internet.
he gave people the opportunities. Like you need to do a collab with. I forgot the name of the person, but like as a famous country singer, like, you two need to collab. Like I'm gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
And I guess this dude just.
He literally went. Bro, it's his only song. Well, at least that's what I know. It's the only song that he has on Spotify. I listen to Spotify. I don't listen.
And he has the top two, right? Because
it's the Old Town Road, the original, where there's no Billy Ray Cyrus, and then there's the remix, which is with Billy Ray Cyrus, and then there's the shit on YouTube. Like he's making money on streams. It is his first song. Like I don't want him to be like a one-hit wonder though. I don't want him to be a one-hit wonder. I want him to break the rules between country and rap.
But why do you think it's so popular? Because I feel like people are just like memeing it.
I think that's why I got popular.
Yeah,
because it's a meme.
But the thing is like what are your thoughts on meme rappers? Like, can that be a thing? Because, like, there's SoundCloud rappers.
Yeah, so
like, meme rappers. Like, people who, like, really like music, but they don't have the time and effort. I mean, they have the effort, yeah, but, like, they're just, like, I'm going to make it for the fun of it.
Oh, well, okay. So when it comes to, like, meme rappers, I think you can get started as a meme rapper. Like, Lil Nas X can literally... He came in as a meme. He can come out as a god. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, now it's just a point of development. Because even, like, let's say, like, you could see it through any rapper, like, where Drake started with Lil Wayne, now he's doing shit by himself. Like that type of scenario where it's just like a road, it's a process. And I think you don't have to get stuck into one genre when it comes to like, well, really anything. Honestly, I think it just takes time to process it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I hope he's not a one-hit wonder though.
Oh, no. Did
you see you know how Genius does like the Rap Certified kind of thing?
Yeah.
You know there's like deeper meanings into like the lyrics. Like he was like actually like he's not a deadbeat, but like he had like no money. He had like his dad was paying his cell phone bill. His sister was gonna kick him out, and like he was kind of had the mentality like, yo, something has to work. And he made the song in December.
You're still talking about Old Town Road, right?
He made the song in December.
Wow, it's actually been a bit.
Yeah, it's been a bit until it came out. And then I forgot who. I think on Columbia Records, they signed him now.
Wow.
So good for the kid.
Yeah, good. But you know what? I hear. Okay, so you know Connor Maynard.
Who?
Connor Maynard.
You better say everyone know Connor Maynard?
I was about to say that.
I don't know who he is.
Connor Maynard.
Who's he?
Dude, he's like he's a YouTube legend, man. Like the man.
I'm not too hip.
Okay. That's okay. So he makes like more like pop music, right? Mm-hmm. And he was signed by what's the man's name? He made Miss Independent.
Neo.
He was signed by Neo. And he thought, like, there was a conversation about this where he thought that he was like, oh man, I made it. Like his friends were like, yo dog, you made it. Like let's make something big. You're gonna do. Like, he didn't do nothing. He didn't do shit for a year because they shelve you. So it's really up to the artist. Like a lot of people like want to get signed, and you know they want their time. They want their that's like once they put their pen on paper, they feel like they made it, but they don't. Like it just depends on the artist, right?
What's he do?
He's just a pop singer, and he's on YouTube. Like that's all it is. Like he was with he got.
What's the song?
Fuck. Now you put me on the spot.
I'm gonna look up the song.
I don't know if we're gonna get copyrighted.
No. I'm just gonna see. I just want to see the songs he made.
Yeah.
Whatever, Don't Let Me Down. I never heard of any of these songs.
But look, how many listeners? Yeah, 84 million. Yeah, the man.
7 million monthly listeners.
The guy is
close to 8 million.
Okay, so he's really known for making let's say I would call it like a mixtape of like R&B music put together in a pop type of sound, or like rap music that's turned into like pop.
I don't listen to rap too much anymore.
What do you listen to?
I like the old rap, but like you already know me, I'm a soca, calypso, dancehall kind of man.
Yeah, I get you. It's surprising. I don't want to sound anything like I don't want to upset anybody, but it surprises me that I'm the one that listens to the majority of rap within this conversation.
I feel like I don't need to listen to rap. Like rap for me is like. I know, like, it's a generational thing, because, like, you know how, like, you put on rap songs and your parents are like, what is this noise? What is this, like, whatever. Like, that's not me. Like, I'll listen to, like, the new stuff, like Lil Uzi is cool. Like...
Wait.
I say Lil Uzi's, like, the newer rapper.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I just feel like the new...
But the thing with, like, Lil Uzi, like, did he start as a SoundCloud rapper?
I don't know. I don't know much about Lil Uzi. I don't know about Lil Uzi.
Like, Lil Uzi,
you're talking about Lil Uzi Vert, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, XX... all those guys, like the new wave of like,
yeah,
I respect the songs they make. Like, there's 1 or 2 songs that I listen to, but like, I won't fuck with it. Like, like Kendrick Lamar, Section 80, I fuck with that. Like,
that's where you and I can agree with. I wouldn't say I don't like it. I'm just not with the new wave of rappers because I just feel like they just don't have. I just don't feel like they respect the game the way it was brought up. You know what I mean? In terms of, for example, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. He was one of the rappers that, like, he wasn't new, but he respected the game.
On the contrary, I didn't know who Nipsey was before or after he died.
Yeah, see that? Okay, and that's respected.
I don't know Connor, whatever. I don't know Nipsey. Why am I here?
See, but here's the thing: when people jump on the bandwagon of when an artist dies, I feel like that's more disrespectful than anything else. So, like, me personally, I feel like you didn't know the dude and now you acting like you do. Like
I don't know that.
It didn't go through certain things.
All I know that he died a really good man. That's all I know. I can respect that.
He was. I would say he was the Tupac of our era.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
That's pretty.
That's pretty bold to say. Yeah, that is pretty fucking bold. Because the thing is that he was the only.
Tupac, I know. Tupac, I know my Tupac.
And people later in the future are gonna know who Nipsey was. They're gonna be like, "Fuck, that was Nip."
Yeah, that's true. Because I really didn't get into like the Tupac culture until I started watching his movies, and people didn't know that he went to an act, like a kind of like art school.
Yeah, he did.
He liked acting, or like what's that one rapper, like the old school rapper, like the Humpty Duck. Like he was on stage grinding a blow up doll. That was like his first kind of thing, and people were just like he turned to an outlaw because he had this kind of mentality that like the government has to protect you, your homies are protect you, but like you have to fight for yourself. You have to do whatever you need to do. Yeah. So by all means, I'm an outlaw.
Yeah.
Get that kind of mentality. That's what he got tatted on his chest and everything. His stomach and everything.
Yeah.
I can respect that.
Yeah. 100%.
If you tell me Nipsey has the same kind of mentality, I'm gonna look into it.
The way he used to run his stuff, like you could see, like interviews upon interviews where there was one interview this is early in his come up before he even had the beard. Like pre-beard. Like he what's it called, the interview was asking him about his success, whatever. And the guy's like, you have to stop messing around, like stop buying big whips and start like investing. And the interviewer was like, well, hold on, say that again. Because they're not used to, like, this was like CNN type of interview where, like, you're not used to a rapper saying, like, you should invest your money. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of like, you should go, go buy some real estate or go, like, do something that'll create generational wealth. Because nowadays you see all those rappers. This is why I don't really, like, I wouldn't say I don't respect, but I just don't fuck with I don't fuck with Lil Uzi Vert. I don't fuck with 6ix9ine. Like, I'm not with that because I don't, like...
They troll. No, okay, I don't know about Lil Uzi. I know 6ix9ine trolls.
It was because 6ix9ine was a joke, dog, and now he has zero respect in the street because of what he did in jail. Like,
what did he do in jail?
He snitched on his homies. Like, so you don't do that type of shit,
Why
dog.
am I here? I feel like you're just saying stuff.
But yeah, like, that's just, like, he lost all of his respect because of what he did in jail to try to get a better spot. Like, it just...
That's no outlaw mentality.
Like, that's not... That to me is, like, that's... And the thing with Nipsey is that he worked his ass off, first of all.
I can respect
that. And he talks about in
Yeah.
countless of interviews where he's like, the reason he calls his shit marathon, like, the reason, like, he has marathon clothing with, like, shout out to Marathon Clothing, go get you some. Like, he
made the brand, or he just...
He made the brand.
Oh,
he made the brand.
Okay.
The reason he calls his shit the marathon is because he just didn't quit. Like, he talks a lot of times, like, the only difference between me and the people that don't make it is that I didn't quit. Like, I went through the shit.
Yeah.
And I think, like, when you talk about that...
It's a cliche.
When you talk about that type of mentality, whoever actually goes through with it, you could see anybody that ever made it, and you're gonna see that the only difference is that they didn't quit. And that's something that, like, that's where you come up with the argument whether talent, hard work. You know what I mean? What do you think? Whether talent or hard work, which one is more important?
I believe they're both important. The thing is with me, like, you already know, like, I'm a very, like, I take school very seriously.
Yeah.
And hard work always resonated with me, for the reason being is not everyone could be smart, so not everyone could be talented, but everyone could work hard.
Yeah.
If there's a simple concept or something like fundamental things that I don't understand, I'm going to stay up an extra 2 hours that night to understand that concept even better.
Yeah.
I think the reason why, like, I see hard work as that is because, like, everyone can just work their ass off and do what they need to do. There's no excuses, basically.
Yeah.
So I'll say hard work over talent.
I'm with you on that, but I also believe that like, talent does have a thing for it. And Gary, like, I'll
probably subtly, maybe.
I'll reference Gary where he says, like, he could be really, like, he could go out and, like, practice for basketball right now, right? He could go out.
Do you think Gary's talented?
He's
talented when he does.
I think he's
pre-beard.
I don't think. Here's the thing. I don't think. Like, this is a thought I've had for a while where I don't think talent is something you're born with. I think talent is something that's like...
It's like mastering a craft.
That comes to your parents.
Oh, okay.
You get what I mean? Like, he says he has talent when it comes to business, but honestly, I don't think it's because of business. I think it's because of his mom pouring empathy into his heart. You know what I mean? And that's something that you don't lose. Empathy wins. Like, it's just, like, and that comes from anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't because... LeBron didn't become the man that he is today, the baller that he is today.
I know LeBron put a lot of work in.
Like, it's not because he was born with a basketball in the like he didn't have a basketball in his mom's womb. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, his mom was like, you go out. Like, I don't know this for a fact, but I'm pretty sure. Like, if one day we sit him down, we talk to him, I'm gonna ask him how his mom or his dad treated him, or how his support system was around when he was younger. And I'm sure they were all like, "Yo, you're the best. You're gonna be awesome. You're whatever, this, that, and the other." And then he just decided to move on with that. That type of confidence to just, like, yeah, I can destroy this if I were put work in. Like, for a fact that the people that made it put work in and had a support system.
Do you think the parents now have that same support system with social media? Because Gary had the same conversation with a Fox News anchor.
What?
About how the same people that bully you when you go home on social media is the same people that can become your friends. I think he said something that, like, the average girl, I don't know if he said girl, because I guess girls are more friendly. The average girl has, back then, 1.1 best friends opposed to 4.1 now. Like, because people are meeting people on, like, Twitch, Snapchat, Instagram. You can meet someone, like, years away or whatnot. And I think he was saying something about the point of how your parents condition you as it's okay mentality.
I don't know. I don't think that, like, I think that I made a post on this a bit ago where I asked and nobody understood what the question actually was. But the question was, it wasn't simple. It was a little bit complex, and I wanted people to think about it. And I said it out of like a passion that I had in my heart because of a conversation that I had with a loved one, where it was, does redirected support just mean a disbelief within the person's abilities?
What the fuck does that mean?
You see, I wanted it to make no fucking sense. But
Say it again?
Okay, but I'll explain it now. So it's like, does redirected support?
Redirected support.
I've talked to a lot of people.
Okay.
Right, when it comes to school. You know, I'm not big on school.
I'm big on school.
To me, I think school, depending on the individual, depending on what they want, will depend on will kind of like have an influence on their lives or not.
Yeah.
If you want to be a doctor, you got to go to fucking school. If you want to be a lawyer, you got to get that degree, that certificate. You got to get your LSATs, whatever. But if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to be a marketer, if you want to be a basketball player, why the fuck are you going to school? Like, you're just wasting your time. I've been to school. I've gone through the process. Went to university. I'm about to finish college, and I honestly think that it was a waste of my time and money because I didn't learn anything. What I learned, I could have learned it through YouTube, and I had learned it through YouTube before the semester even started. You could ask teachers upon teachers that I've talked to where I actually had a conversation with a teacher where it was my HR teacher, where I told her I don't believe in the curriculum. It's not teaching me anything practical. And,
I remember that.
And me and the teacher had a half an hour conversation about how she believed in what I was saying, because it's, in the end, she told me I can't do anything to the curriculum because it's given to me and I have to teach it the way it is. By somebody that has lost track of where the culture is, has lost track of where reality is. When it comes to marketing, this teacher was telling me, she was uplifting herself as if like because she said she was the marketing director at Sears. Where's Sears right now? If you did such a good job,
that's not her fault.
No. But if you do proper marketing, ask a marketer. If you do proper marketing, it's gonna last. You know what I mean? Like, it's something.
Why do you think Sears failed then?
Sears failed because they didn't keep up. You know
keep
what I mean?
up how?
They didn't keep up with the way marketing was going. They didn't keep up with attention.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
I kind of see it.
If you look at Coca-Cola, they're still keeping up with attention. If you look at
Coca-Cola's been in work.
Yeah, they've been for over 100 years. They should know what they're doing.
They're a media giant though, because like there's a point of time where like you're lucky if like, I forgot the term of it. I think it's called the Goliath effect, which is like, I could be wrong, but it's like when you think about like, if you look at like a box of tissues, you can think Kleenex. If you look at like a Coke, you can think Coke.
I know what you're talking about.
If you look at some kind of structure, you're gonna think, oh, this and that.
Yeah.
Or like think about, oh, a convenience store, Walmart.
Yeah.
It's like, it's there.
Yeah. Okay. It's like.
But I guess people didn't think of Sears.
Yeah, but they were here for a while, dude. They're huge. They were huge. They were gigantic.
Well, like, when people think of shoes, Nike,
but
Jordan,
that's
whatever.
The thing. The bigger you are, the harder you fall if you just don't keep up.
That's true.
Like, I think that's just how it is. Like, it was, but it's also the first that comes in is the one that's gonna last the most if they can continue with the culture. It's like DJ Khaled with Snapchat.
Yo, he was annoying.
He wasn't the first.
I followed him instantly.
He wasn't the first in Snapchat, but he was the first to take advantage of it properly.
The man made like 20 posts a day.
But yeah, and he did it in an entertaining way.
I guess.
And because he was so big, went into Snapchat.
I followed him like once upon a time, and then after like over time, I just got annoyed with it.
Yeah, I don't even use Snapchat anymore.
Yeah,
but I think it's because of an age type of thing. Like, I know how
a lot of younger people use it.
A lot of younger people use it. Supposedly, it's like 12-year-olds. They're like all up in it. But
bro, I see some like screenshots of people that have like 15 different best friends with like 200-day plus snap streaks. Like, bro, like I could barely even keep up one snap streak.
I can barely keep up with my family, dog.
Like, I legit post like in the morning. The first thing I do is remember to do my snap streaks because I know if I don't do it in the morning, I'm gonna forget. And then I'm gonna lose my snap streak, and they have to have a full-on conversation where I didn't
even know snap streaks still existed. I haven't used Snapchat in so long. But I don't know what we were talking about before. But like, what was it? What
Sears.
Before that, before I started talking about school. Oh, talent. So, so I think that when it comes to like somebody developing or honing into their skills, it's not about how talented you are, but it's how you were raised. Where I'm not big on putting blame on anybody else. I think when it comes to how you live your life and what your life comes up to, it's all up to you. Like, in the end, like, for example...
You're your own person.
Yeah, exactly. For example, I'm not big on... I had a few things where I didn't agree with my parents. I didn't agree... Like, I love my parents. They raised me the best. And because, like, whatever I achieve, I thank them because they did give me a lot of love. Like, if they gave me nothing else, they gave me pure love. Like, allowed me to do the majority of what I wanted, when I wanted, and how I wanted it. And some people... And I might have been spoiled in some aspects, but I was given a lot of love. And that allowed me to grow to the person that I am now. And I thank them for it. And because of them... I'm becoming a Canadian citizen. And the 30th, I have my ceremony to finally, sign the dotted line, and thank God for them. And they put in a lot of work for me. But when it comes to like how you are raised, as from like I think it's like from 7 years old, that's when you really start becoming who you, like a person. Like you're a person as soon as you're made, but like developing into a human being of society. You know what I mean? So somebody that can form their own opinion. I think by the age of 7.
But you're broke.
I can be wrong. Yeah, I could be wrong, but I think it's by the age of 7 that's where your brain starts developing certain like habits, and I think that's when being a parent is so important. You know what I mean? Being a parent is. I
remember. I heard this one saying. I forgot. I'm probably gonna butcher it, so I gotta think really hard right now. Anyone can make a child, but like it takes a real parent to be a parent.
Yeah, I think like anybody can be a father, but it takes someone special to be a dad.
Yeah, like the word parent, like to parent, like you gotta parent and like you have to be really involved with it. And
I don't think anybody can be a perfect parent. I think it's impossible to be a perfect parent. I think you just have to accept that you're gonna fuck up your kid somehow. Yeah. The moment you accept it, you give yourself the freedom to like, okay, I know I don't know.
You're gonna forget them here and there.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but at least I'm gonna try my hardest. Yeah. Right. Which is with everything. I had another.
That goes back like talent over whatever hard work.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you gotta work hard.
Yeah, you gotta work your ass off. Like if I wasn't I was given a lot when I was younger. Lost everything. And I moved out to Toronto by myself. You know my story.
Yeah.
But for the people that don't know, I moved out to Toronto by myself with me and a few homies. And I was thinking the other day, like, I was listening to a rapper where he was talking about how he came up from nothing. And I'm like, that's awesome. I wish I had that story. And thinking back, I'm like, I do have that story because I moved out by myself. I don't have anything, and I'm starting to build something now, right? And
it's the little things.
Yeah, and I think that's something super honorable, and that goes back to like, it's not on your. Once you know what you have to do, it's no longer on your parents. Like it's like you could be 14 years old, figure out that life is like that. Life doesn't happen to you. Life happens for you, and it just depends on which side of the tracks you decide to go on, and now it's on you. So the talent thing. If you don't have it, work on it. If you want it, go get it. And it's not up to your parents anymore. And you can't blame your parents. But I do put a partial blame on the parents if the kid has an advantage, not financially, but like with heart-wise. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Talent-wise, I think it comes to the parents.
Heart-wise?
Heart-wise. Like where like Gary's great because of the empathy that was poured into his heart. It's not just his mind; it was his heart. Like this is something that I feel like the mind.
Shit you can't buy.
Yeah, it's things that are just fundamental. They're always gonna be in you, and it's stuck inside you, and you're not gonna get rid of it.
For sure.
Right. Yeah. What's next?
That's crazy. I'm liking the flow.
I like it too.
25 minutes in.
Wow, we're doing pretty good. Whoa, hold on. We got to take out like a good, I'd say 5 to 6 minutes for the guy that walked by.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. How's it with social media and relationships?
Social media relationships? Like people that are...
Social media and relationships.
Okay. So you're talking about like big social media, like people that are in like YouTubers, or are you talking about like the average individual that's on social media?
I want to say the average individual.
The average individual? I think it's funny.
Why?
I think it's funny. I might be like...
We're completely opposite when it comes to social media.
How? How so?
Okay,
explain your part of social media, and then that's what.
I feel like social media is like that one thing that like, maybe it's like, you have to be like that. Not ideal, but like you have to kind of have like it's your portfolio. Like what I personally think is just like you're not trying to be perfect, but you kind of want to show like, hey, this is me in a nutshell, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like when I posted, like I have like photos of me, yes, but like I have like proper like I want to say portrait shots of like of kind of who I am, kind of like dressing up, my family, my kind of like my value. It's like what's your value, I guess.
Yeah. Like okay, so I don't think we differ much from it. I think we might use it in different ways. Like the way what I think of social media, and I'm thinking of Instagram right now. Instagram is supposed to be like a trophy shot.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I guess I was trying to say like portfolio platform.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like your trophy case, right? You're not going to take pictures of you every day, but that's what the stories are for. Right? I think like you should use it properly if you want it properly.
You can use it properly. I guess like
you can still build a great empire. Don't get me wrong. You can still build something amazing without it. Scarlett Johansson doesn't have social media. You know that, right?
No.
At all, nothing.
Actually,
she doesn't have social media, and she's.
But she built up her name enough to kind of be like
because she worked her ass off.
Scarlett
right?
Johansson. You know
yeah, she just worked her ass off. Like it's and. When it comes to like whether people use social media or not, like that's really up to them. I love her. She's funny on interviews. You feel like she's a good person, right? Like it's not like just whatever. Anyway, we're just going into a rabbit hole. I just think that when it comes to social media, it has to have a purpose, or just put your shit on private.
Mine's on private.
Yeah, you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I'm putting my shit public, I should want to know what I'm doing or the direction where I'm going. But when it comes to like different social media platforms, you just got to use them properly. Whatever you post is gonna come back to bite you. So you got to make sure that whatever you're posting, you really believe in.
For sure. It
happened to Kevin Hart recently, which he manhandled that situation.
What happened to Kevin Hart?
Where I think. What the fuck are you doing?
Leave me.
So he made a tweet. It was either a tweet or some jokes a very long time ago, man. Like too long ago.
Wait, was it Twitter?
I think it was Twitter or he made a joke.
I don't. Do you use Twitter still?
I sometimes like I'll look into a few things here and there.
Nah,
I
think at all.
That's where the majority of roasts come through. So I find it a little funny.
I see screenshots off tweets.
Yeah.
On Instagram.
Yeah.
Like what is this?
So like you just get the main things, right? Like the headlines. But I think what happened was he said something, a homophobic joke, a very long time ago, and he was supposed to host the I think it was the Oscars or the Grammys. I don't pay much attention to like those type of like events, but it could he what's it called? What was the word? They roasted him for it, kicked him out, and he said, "You know what? I'm done apologizing because if I continue to apologize, I'm just gonna apologize forever."
Yeah, because there's trolls.
And at the same time, it happened so long ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Last time.
I was talking about Tiger Woods. If there's anyone to...
Sorry for the cut, by the way. You guys are going to hear or like just see that this just like literally just went beep and then just like we're here now. So like, welcome back. After you.
We're talking about how Tiger Woods, if there's anyone to feel down about his situation, about what he cheated before or whatnot, it will be him.
Yeah.
But he rose up. And he did what he had to do.
Yeah, okay. So when it comes to like the whole Tiger Woods issue and people cheating on, their wives and public making like a big thing about it. Like, don't get me wrong, I hate cheating. I don't think cheating is the proper way to do it. If you have an issue with your matrimony, you should probably fucking handle that shit. Like a man or a woman, you should go up to your homie and be like, listen, something's wrong. I'm having these urges and it's because I don't feel like you're loving me properly. And I think there's an issue that we need to talk to, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes to like everybody hating on like a celebrity that cheated on their wife or husband, like, let's be honest, you've done that shit before. Like, everybody, you said something a long time ago where you told me like you feel like celebrities get away with a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Right. But then
I still feel like that way too.
But I came back at you like telling you like I'm sure you have homies that cheated on their girls, and then
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, but like everybody has a homie that cheated on their girl or their guy, and it was a long time ago. Whatever, they got away with it because. There's not like
I don't know.
Like what is getting away with it? You know what I mean? Like getting away with it, I would say would be like everybody forgets about it the one day or says, "Oh, it was whatever."
But then, yeah, I guess you have a point because if a homie did cheat with like a girl,
he's gonna get some heat within like a week or two.
We're gonna forget about it.
Yeah, after a while, you gotta forget about it, and I feel like people don't realize that shit's forgotten about all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like whatever any celebrity has done, it's been forgotten. Like, let's be honest. Sometimes you'll be.
Social media just moves quick.
Yeah, and even sometimes social media moves back. So there was a time where social media was hating on Michael Jackson, right? On R. Kelly.
Okay.
And it lasts.
I know that.
And it lasts some time. Like it lasts like let's say 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, whatever. And then after a while, it kind of like dribbles down, like it fades away, and then people
start. Even Bill Cosby kind of.
Yeah, and people start watching his shows, or people start listening to the person's music again.
Yeah.
And then a documentary comes out and really railroads R. Kelly all over again. And like I think that it social media exposes people, yes, and it also goes through loops, and it also gives people the ability to forgo. You know what I mean?
To what? Sorry?
To like forgo. To like it's like forget about it for now. You know what I mean? Like, there's more important things than hating on somebody else.
That's true.
The whole thing, something's being popular lately where I've heard a lot is cancel culture, which I didn't know what the fuck cancel culture was. But cancel culture, have you heard of it?
No.
Okay, so
what have I heard about?
So cancel culture is just all the haters when they come around.
Cancel culture?
Yeah.
Cancel.
So canceled. Like canceled. Like you're canceled.
Okay.
Like if somebody doesn't like the way this sounds or something that
cancel.
I said or something that you said, they will be like, yo, canceled. Yo, Alejandro's canceled. Yo, this podcast is canceled. Yo, Jeremy's canceled. Like, done. Like everybody starts hating on you because of something that you said that they don't agree with, which I don't appreciate. I think that we need people to not agree with. Like if we all agreed, life would be fucking boring. Like really think about it. It really it like any type of sorry to go backwards, but Nipsey said something. He read a poem. I don't know if he said it, but fuck, I'm gonna butcher this for sure. So I'm just gonna give out the meaning. Like a normal person will conform to society and let things roll. A weird person is going to force society to conform to them. So therefore, any development comes from the weird people, not the normal people. Development in society comes from the weird person. It doesn't sound good saying that like I force society to conform to me, but it's more like it's not a forceful type of thing. It's more kind of like a persistence of I see this gap that needs to be filled and nobody else wants to fill it, so I'm gonna do it.
I can see that.
Right. So that's where I think social media sometimes thrives.
It allowed weird people to be weird?
I guess to a certain, I feel like it allows people to be people and exposes them for who they are. I think social media just...
Well, people could stunt on social media.
Yeah, 100%. Like you could go rent out a nice whip and just like be like, yo, this is my whip. But yeah, let's be honest, you're going to get called out because a homie of yours is going to go, like one of those troll homies of yours is going to go on the comment section and say, bro, you would drive in a Toyota. You know what I mean? Like, that shit ain't real. You just passed by and took a picture.
How should people even deal with that? Like, negative... I guess, yeah, it's negative energy.
I think you gotta, like... I think there's certain things where you have to look
like, take your negative energy and roll with it.
Yeah, I feel like you just gotta, like, accept the life that you have and then move on from it. But when it comes to people stunting on social media, I just think it's... I think you have to kind of, like... If you don't like the life you live, you can kind of manipulate it. Don't manipulate it to an extent where it's unbelievable.
Do you think it's okay to manipulate it?
To a certain extent. To a certain extent. Like I feel like it's fine when it comes to. I'll give you an example. Do you think the Big Mac that you see on the advertisements is the same Big Mac that they serve you? No. It takes an average of an hour for that Big Mac to be first made, then taken a shot off.
I should know.
And they serve me in 5 minutes. Like that shit is not the same.
The amount of Photoshop.
Marketing is marketing. Like we were talking about before. It's a trophy case, right? Instagram, Facebook, whatever. It's all just a trophy case.
Instagram's like marketing yourself.
Yeah, so it's okay to stunt a little, right? It's okay to. I think it's okay for somebody to go like as long as you bought it. Know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm a big believer. It's like I don't own it unless I
yeah.
have it.
Like if
I'm
if I'm renting out a car, I'm gonna say, yo, it was an amazing trip, had a great time.
Yeah.
That implies I rented this shit. This ain't mine. I'm not putting the kilometers on this to go somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like for if you go to I don't know where, like LA. If you go to LA and you're with your homies and you're like, bro, we saved up a good amount of money, or let's say you did and you went into debt, right? Let's say you went through a little bit of debt. I hope you enjoyed it, man.
Yeah.
Like enough with the, like I'm not big on people like there's this guy, there's this dude that comes into my head. All they do is complain about everybody else's success. And I think it's just because they don't have it. Because they want it and they couldn't afford and they think that because I can't have it, nobody else can afford it.
That's interesting.
You know what I mean? Like, and that to me, I don't like that. It's like, look, if you can't afford it, fuck it. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm like that too. If I see someone post something like they got a new car, like holy shit, like I can't save up for a new car, but like I hope like you worked hard for it.
Yeah, even if they rented it out,
you benefited from it.
Yeah,
or whatnot.
Even if they went on vacation. Like I'm not one to go to somebody and like put them down for.
No, for sure.
I'm not one to like be like to even talk behind their back and be like, yo, this person was an idiot for doing this.
That genuine feeling.
Yeah,
it's something you can't like.
Yeah. Now, like, let's say it's a homie, right? Like I had a homie where he bought a very expensive car, and I knew for a fact that he wasn't going to be able to afford it because of the interest rate he got from a used car salesman. If you do that, I would go up to you because I did the same, and I'd be like, bro, you done fucked up. like, you know what I mean? Like, if you rented it for the day and it was maybe like, let's say you spent $1,000, right? And you went into debt $1,000. Bro, it's not that big of a deal. You're gonna pay that off. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a huge deal. Don't worry about it. But when you go into debt for a $30,000 car and you're paying double for it, $30,000 to $50,000 car, you're paying double for it because of the interest rate. And I know where you work. I'm gonna say congratulations on the post, but I'm gonna have a quick conversation with you on site. You get what I mean? And I'm not big on people that like don't say congratulations on the post and come to you and say congratulations.
Wait, say that again. Sorry.
Like people that like won't say anything like on a post or whatever. They'll look at it, they'll see it, and then they'll just come up to you next time they see you and they'll be like, "Yo, I'm real happy for you."
Wait, do you like that or not?
I don't.
Why?
Because
I'm that person.
That's not being a real friend though. Like if you know that person if you know that's not good for them when it comes to buying a car where they're renting or renting a car for the day. Renting a car for the day, cool. Like that. I hope you had fun, man. Like awesome, bro. I imagine that shit was amazing to drive. But when you buy a car, that's a lifestyle decision, and as a real friend, I should come up to you and be like, bro, I know this because we've like, and you have to have context, right? No assumptions. Like you have to be like, yo, bro, so is the work doing good? And if the person tells me like, no, it's the same, I'm gonna be like, well, bro, I think you and I need to have a conversation.
I can see that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, like I just think that like when it comes to like stunting on social media, I think go for it. Enjoy the shit. Enjoy the fame for a little. It's okay to feel like I think people need a little bit more confidence nowadays. When has confidence been a bad thing? You know what I mean? I get people could say you get too confident, but I mean, fuck. I'd rather somebody. I was listening to a podcast a while ago. Shout out Dave Ramsey. And he had somebody on where he helps people manage their money, whatever. And like for people that are like in debt, like debt, because he went bankrupt twice and whatever. And I forgot where I was going with this.
Friends?
No, what happened before that? See, I'm in Lost. But anyway, whatever. All I'm trying to say is I hope you enjoy your shit, and I hope that I hope that you have close friends that can call you out on your bullshit. Like I think that's where social media lies. Like oh I know where I was going. Confidence. There you go. So social media, like I feel like. Confidence is not something you can teach.
For sure.
Easily.
Agreed.
It's something you could develop, and I know. And
I wish someone could teach me confidence.
You have a good amount of confidence, bro. Like, let's be honest. You're not just like. If not, you wouldn't be on camera. You wouldn't be talking, right? Like,
I hate cameras.
Like somebody that's not confident wouldn't talk into a camera or speak into a microphone because they don't like express their ideas. Like,
I did take a few presentation classes, so.
But that build up your confidence because you're used to it.
For sure.
Right? Like confidence is just a repetition of something until you feel good about it.
For sure.
But there's something about internal confidence about I'm good at it or I'll get good at it. You know what I mean? I'd rather somebody be too confident and then develop skills and get humbled along the way than somebody that's not confident and try to develop that.
Say it again, sorry.
Like, I'd rather somebody that has too much confidence and can develop skills and be humbled along the way.
Okay.
So they can like monitor down their confidence.
Okay.
Than somebody that's not confident and I'll try to build that up. Because that's going to take a lot longer time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess you're building it from like ground zero.
Yeah, you and I have conversations all the time about overthinking.
I overthink a lot.
Yeah, and that's where like, and a lot of people do. You're not the only one.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's where I
try not to lose sleep over it.
Yeah, exactly. It's not. There's no point. But there's people that actually do, and they overthink.
I do, like,
and until a lot of people say that like success is the enemy of success, right? Because
success is the enemy of success.
Yeah, because you get comfortable, right?
You
think you made it, so you're good. And you and I both know that when you just like when you feel you're good and you don't do anything to develop, it's just you don't stay still. You either go down or you move up, right? So it's like a shark. You either keep swimming or you stay completely still, right? Because sharks die if they stay still. They'll sink.
Oh yeah. That's like what is scientific proof? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, there you go.
Your breath.
Exactly. So like when it comes to like I feel like you have to be successful for success to be the enemy, but until you get there, overthinking is your enemy because it'll hold you back from acting, and the only way you learn to do anything, you just gotta do it. You jump into it. right?
Yeah, that's something that I try to adopt.
There's a certain amount of preparation.
Because I will overthink anything. Hell, this podcast took 3 weeks to make.
Took 3 weeks to get his ass here.
But I'm here.
Yeah, see, but that's different. We jumped into it, and we wouldn't have known that there was an issue with the mic earlier. We wouldn't know that there was an issue with the mic unless we fucking started talking in the mic. You know what I mean? Like, there's no other way. But there is a certain amount of preparation, like making sure you have the proper equipment, making sure, like, not overthinking the equipment either, right? Like, I need a microphone. Okay, is the laptop good enough? No, we might need to get a mic. Okay, is the camera good enough on an iPhone? Maybe it might be. If we don't have if you didn't have this camera, I would have been like, no, bro, we're doing it on my fucking iPhone. Like, like that's how it is. We'll connect it everything later. But I think that people need to prepare quick, right? Don't take too long with preparation.
Just do it.
Just write out a quick list of what you need to do and check. Got this.
That's one thing I try to adopt within the new year too, is because like I feel like by the time I prep and plan everything, it's gone.
Yeah,
it moves quick.
That goes back to social media. Like,
I feel like by the time
everything's done.
By the time I blink, boom, something just
100%
happened. It's gone. That's why
I'm surprised that Old Town Road is still on the top chart.
Yeah, it's like 2 or 3.
I'm surprised. Yeah. I'm very surprised. That leads me.
But like I heard about this because I remember I was in my room. I think I was doing homework, and then one of my friends just gave me the link. It was the one with like the fat kid or something with the Mustang. Like the music.
Oh yeah. I saw that.
So I saw. It's like I thought he was the singer of it, but I thought it was like a meme. Like someone just made it for the sake of, because I know a lot of video game culture, and they do stuff for the sake, like I play this one game called League of Legends from time to time, and people make music videos, like people make games. It's like a culture. It's a subculture.
Yeah.
They'll make stuff for the sake of, for the fun of it.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, Lil Nas probably made it for the fun of it, yes, but
I don't know if he did, dude.
Watch his music video. No. Well, I thought that at first.
Okay.
But after I saw the Rap Genius video,
yeah,
it had deeper interpretations of that. I'm like, holy shit! Like, and then I heard you playing it, a couple coworkers playing it, a couple of friends playing it. I'm like, it's on Spotify. I was like, okay, this guy's actually pretty serious right now. I'm like, holy crap.
What made it?
And then Billy Ray hopped on it too.
That's what made it sync to me. I was like, I was listening to the
Billy
song.
Billy Ray's a real one because they took it off the country chart. So it's like, yo, screw it, let's get Billy Ray on this.
That was awesome, by the way. That was amazing. And I'm not butthurt about them taking it off of the country charts. Like, I'm not butthurt about it. Like, it's gonna take some time for the country industry to be like, this is country.
One thing about me, if it didn't happen now, it would happen later. I'm happy it happened now, and Lil Nas was he was a good sport about it. I'm pretty sure he was a good sport about it.
I hope he was. I mean, you can't bitch and moan about that. You're still getting like, bro, there's over 70 million listens on Spotify alone. I did the calculations with analytics and the special sciences, and it's supposedly
special sciences.
So on average, bro, the man's making 4 million on that already.
I'm happy for him.
Like, I'm so happy for him because he literally jumped out. You know what I mean? And I just hope I hope he's hustled before.
He just did it. It's like I think he's working on his first debut album.
That'd be cool. But I really do hope he's hustled before. You know what I mean? Like, I hope he's been hit. So that money that's coming in, it doesn't just like...
1 year from now, we're going to talk about the same topic. It's where is he now?
Yo, 1 year from now, I want to have him on the podcast. He's like, yo, dog, so did you, like, what happened to the money? What'd you do when it first popped? Like, I want to know his thoughts about it. But yeah, man, like, I think that when it comes to like social media, meme culture, subcultures, I think social media really pushes everything out fast. And the things that last are the things that are going to last for a while.
For sure.
Yeah. Because it's always going to be like a reference.
You should always go back to it too. It's like an archive.
Yeah. Which goes back to why people do what they do. I feel like Gary Vee's got it down packed when it comes to legacy. Because you have to have something that you could leave for everybody else to listen to once you're gone. Because you're gonna die, right?
For sure. 100% people will die.
And I think people like Tupac's mom, like Mrs. Shakur, said something really smart. She told Tupac, "You either gotta find a reason to live. Find something to live for, and if you can't, you best find something to die for."
That's deep.
Because if not, then might as well just sit on the couch and play video games all day. And you do nothing to society other than, pay the Uber Eats guy that comes deliver your pizza and talk shit, but never really mean it on those video game consoles and stuff like that. And, never really go out and make friends, which
But people make friends over video games.
Yeah, but I'm being very, very generalistic and sarcastic here. But like in the end, like I really do think people need to find a little bit more meaning in their lives.
For sure.
You know, and you know what I don't like?
What?
Whenever I hear like the older generations talk shit about our generation, as if we're the ones that have all the issues. Like, bro, okay, I get that some millennials are dickheads. Like some millennials are dickheads and do nothing with their lives except for like smoke weed and lay down. Do nothing, just lay down and take it. Like that's sometimes I feel like that's all they do is like talk shit. But there are major millennial moves out here. There are people out here putting in work that are millennials.
Like who wouldn't know people can make money on Instagram?
Yeah.
That shoe kid, whoever, I don't know his name. He's a plug for all the
Benjamin Kicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like who wouldn't know that kid? I'm pretty sure
he supplies shoes for Diddy.
Yeah.
Khaled.
He's younger than us. I'm pretty sure he's younger than us.
He's a lot younger than us.
And then the man's making bare.
He's like 5 years younger than us. Like that to me is crazy. Like I remember before I even like wanted to be like a big entrepreneur or whatever you call it. I looked at him and I got fucking jealous, man. I was like, how the hell does this kid already got it figured out?
I should have thought of that.
Like not even I should have thought about. I didn't even know that shit existed. I was like,
that's what I'm saying.
I was like, there's a sneaker culture? Are you crazy?
There's a subculture for almost everything.
Yeah, 100%.
As long as you do what you like and you just kind of get embedded with it.
Yeah. And it's sometimes like there was this military dude that I saw on YouTube. This guy was giving the something address at Harvard, and he said he kind of like put something on blast where a lot of people were talking about like do what you love and the money will come after. He said, don't do what you love at first, do what you're good at.
Yeah, you gotta start somewhere.
That's the thing. You gotta start, and like that's sometimes what you do in the beginning, you're not gonna love it. You're not gonna like it, and you're just good at it. So might as well get the thing done, right? Build some bank, and then go ahead and do what you would do. Like you can't have just fries, sweet potatoes, and veggies for dinner. No, you gotta have a steak, right? You gotta have chicken. You gotta have your tofu. You're vegan. You know, you gotta have your main dish, and then you could add in the sides, right? Sure. And sometimes the fries are the best part of the meal, but you gotta finish the meal first, right? You gotta have something coming in, right?
That metaphor.
Yeah, and in that you gotta build your legacy on that.
Yeah.
You gotta build your legacy on like something that you can leave behind, which is why Nipsey it hit so hard when Nipsey passed away. At least for me personally, just because it was like fuck, this man has so much left in the tank, and it was taken away by somebody within his own community, and that fucking sucked. Like. He was giving back to his community. He's the only rapper where he actually talked and he actually walked the walk and talked the talk that I know of that actually did his shit for the community and came back to it. And if you see where his store is, it's next to like a ghetto T-Mobile shop.
Oh yeah.
And like a convenience store. Like it's in the gutter, dog. Like it's not like this like it's in the malls. No, it's one spot here, and it's like if you go, there's like there's homies dapping each other up. Like it's amazing.
Him,
yeah, it's big ups to him and R.I.P. and God bless his family. And he's the type of dude that did it right.
I'm happy for that too, because then there's going to be embedded in the younger culture.
Yeah.
This is what made a good person.
Yeah.
Hopefully he embedded his seed in someone just to continue as that.
Yeah, and a smart and a wise guy, not just a smart guy. He was a wise guy. Because he owned all of his, I don't know what they call it, but he owned like the rights to his music and the rights to the money that comes from his music. So all the listens that are coming through right now from the hype of his death, unfortunately, is all going to his family instead of all going to the label, which tends to happen every so often, right? I think that's a good representation for somebody. You know, I think that's a good mentor to follow. Yeah, sure. He was involved with some shit stuff in the back, but I mean, there's things that need to.
No one has a perfect story.
No, nobody does. And like, okay,
you got to make use of what you have.
Yeah. It's like he was in like something that I want to talk about because I talked about this in a lecture that I did about a week ago, where it came to gang culture and how it all started. And I think like the only thing that's missing is proper mentors, proper like guidance, right? So you have the Crips. Do you know how the Crips started?
Wasn't it like this? I forgot the gentleman's name.
It was two folk, where I forgot the dudes' names, but the reason they started was to protect their community from police brutality.
Yeah.
And it wasn't anything like it wasn't anything like we're gonna shoot the police first. No, it was like if the
values
police
and
is coming, we're gonna come protect you.
They have morals.
Yeah, and not in like let's
the
say
morals of the government can't protect
exactly.
you.
Like if you're stealing, you're going to jail.
Yeah.
If you're not stealing and the police are just fucking with you, like we're gonna come in and we're gonna help you out. But then because of police brutality, those 2 men died. So the youngins that were being brought up had no more guidance.
Yeah.
And because of that, they were led more by emotion than by decision. And that's where like now you have gang culture, where it's like shooting them up and shit like that. And you need people like Snoop Dogg, The Game, Nip, where they were all homies. Snoop is a Crip, and The Game is Blood.
Yeah.
They chill with each other. That creates more kind of like, yeah, we can be homies because we're human. I'm not wearing a color. You're not wearing a color. You're.
Yeah, for sure.
Get what I mean?
It's interesting subculture.
Yeah, 100%.
I feel like we talk about that next. Another
yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
Should we close it up now?
For sure. Thank you, y'all, for listening, and for all of our friends, which is the majority of people that are gonna be watching the first episode. Thank y'all for listening and going through this. And if you enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up because we're gonna be posting this on YouTube, right? And share the shit out of it. You know what I mean? Support us,
please.
We love you, and we want a check to come in. So let's make this work. I love y'all, and have a great day. Deuces.
Peace.